Sunday, May 19th, just a couple of weeks away at Jacobs Pavilion. 2 Skybox tickets for you to come hang at Brit Floyd. All the details, go to WMMS.com. Hit the contest page. Get my first pair this week. Call 10-216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
I met Alan.
Did you?
I gave him marijuana.
Oh, great.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.
About 10 minutes from now, I'll have more money for you. The next keyword coming, your penultimate chance to win today. $1,000 from the Buzzard bookie. If you watch the show live at AlanCoxShow.com, tip of the cap to DB Gibbles for assisting in the video department today. Thank you so much, sir or madam. Your Cleveland Guardians end up taking 2 of 3 this past weekend over the Angels. Angels shut them out in that first game, but then 7-1 and 4-1. The Guardians wins. They are hosting the Detroit Tigers today through Wednesday. So 6:10 is your first pitch right around the corner here at Progressive Field. So we'll dip out a couple minutes early. And then they will head to Chicago to play the White Sox. That is a 4-game series. They'll go down to Texas to play the Rangers, come back home. Guardians are still doing very, very well. Fun to watch those guys. Cavs basketball, you'll hear that tomorrow night on WTAM 1100. Tuesday and Thursday, first 2 games of the second round of the playoffs, they will be in Boston before they come back to the Romo Fijo on Saturday. And I will have tickets for you for Game 3 later in the week. I will tell you when and how you'll be able to get those. Actor Daniel Stern going to be on the show in the next week or so. Comedian Paul Scheer is going to be on the show.
Oh, Paul Scheer.
Excited to talk to those guys.
How was Friday with Alan Ruck?
Oh, it was fun. Yeah, if you came out, our buddy Jason Nicholas, he's one of the meteorologists over there at Channel 19. He was there. And so the Agora did an evening with Alan Ruck. He only had a couple of cities left. He had been in Chicago the night before. He came to Cleveland because he's from Parma. And so we screened Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and then he and I were going to come out and talk for a while and then do some audience Q&A. So I get there, I leave from the show, and I go over there. So I'm the first one there, and I don't know when he's showing up, but they're starting the movie. And he and his agent get there at about maybe 7:40. And the movie's like 90 minutes long. So the 3 of us just sat in the green room at the Agora and just shot the shrimp for like an hour before we even went out there. So it was a lot of fun. We talked about a billion things. And then went out and, had a conversation for about 35, 40 minutes. And then the audience got to ask questions. And it was a lot of fun. A lot of people who were like, one woman was like friends with his parents, because he's coming home. So but it's funny because people obviously aren't going to have an opportunity like that again. So some people were asking him Ferris Bueller questions or questions about Succession, which is a fantastic show that he was a part of. But a lot of people would get up and ask these really arcane questions about Parma. And I kind of felt bad for the guy. He couldn't have been nicer, but they're kind of like, what's the best pizza? We're having an argument. What's the best pizza in Parma? I'm like, this poor guy he's not lived in Parma in, 40 years. So, but it was a lot of fun. So if you came out, thank you. Because it was a good time. I like doing those. I was reading about a guy who spends $10,000 a month on his AI girlfriends. And it's your money and you can do what you want to with it. But to me, the AI girlfriend experience is the best microcosm we have right now of the deficiencies in artificial intelligence. Because it's AI as it is perfect for propaganda. That's what a lot of people want to use it for. And it's only going to get worse. But, nothing will radicalize dudes like sex around the world, right? Nothing will radicalize dudes like sex. Either the promise of it or the withholding of it. Middle Eastern countries. These guys are so pent up. They're like, I'd rather blow myself up because I can't get laid. Guys over here, right? We call them incels, involuntarily celibate. Guys who are really, really mad that girls can't see how awesome they are, even though they have, they really, really need to work on their personality. But with AI, there are companies that are driving hard to the hoop to develop these AI girlfriends. They're going to be doing an AI beauty pageant. I don't know how you even determine who the winner of that is, but, AI girls online, they're getting really, really hard to tell real from fake. But if you're spending a lot of money on AI girlfriends, you don't really care either. There are AI dating apps. One of them has a market value around $9 billion. And a guy who was giving a talk for an investor group or something was doing a Twitter thread about a guy that he had met in Miami who told him that he spends $10,000 a month on AI girlfriends. And this guy was like, I thought he was kidding. But he's a 24-year-old single guy, and he loves it. And the guy's like, what? Well, because to look at these photos of these girls, it's getting really hard.
He knows they're AI.
He knows they're AI.
So that's why I guess it's not like he's being duped. It's not like he's like, I thought they were real.
Well, he said,
spent all this money.
The guy's like, what do you love about it? And he goes, well, some people play video games. I play with AI girlfriends.
But they're not spending money like that on video games. What, 10 grand a month? Is that what he said?
Well, that priest spent 40 on Candy Crush. So
Yeah.
maybe it's. He goes, I love that I can use my
microtransactions.
Yeah, they'll kill you, boy.
$2 a piece. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love that
2
I
inches a piece.
can use my voice notes with my AI girlfriends. I get to customize my girlfriend. And this is why it's perfect. You get to create the girl. You can't do that out there, right? No wonder nobody wants to go out there anymore because everybody's too nervous to get rejected, blah, blah, blah. This way, you can customize your girlfriend. So it's merely the feedback. They're not having sex, but I mean, I'm sure that you can, you got something you can plug into something and you can simulate it. It's comfort at the end of the day, the guy said. I get to customize my AI girlfriend, likes, dislikes, blah, blah, blah. And the guy who was talking to this dude was like, I didn't know what to say to this guy. And this guy starts rattling off all of the AI dating platforms, which ones he likes, which ones he doesn't. And if you're watching the live stream, I'll show you these photos here. These are AI-generated women. And, it's increasingly difficult because they've got the finger thing figured out, right? For a long time, the finger thing was scrubbed. There's Alice. She's 28. That is a fake woman. That woman does not exist. There's Amaya. She's 36. Dominant housewife living in a calm and boring neighborhood. Lovely. Not real. And that's the market cap of that company. So these guys, this guy in particular, spends $10,000 a month. So things are only going to get weirder for this. One girl said that he was talking about how his AI girlfriend said, because again, AI is just using the data set of all of the information we've already put out there and kind of spitting it back to us in more and more demented ways. One guy said his AI girlfriend told him, Russia is not wrong for invading Ukraine.
Oh, boy. Well,
and she would do anything.
That.
She would do anything for Putin, is what she said. And I'm like, nobody's paying 10 grand a month for geopolitics to talk to their AI girlfriend. What happened to, oh, baby, you're getting me so wet? What happened to that? That's what I want for my 10 grand a month.
A more layered experience.
A well-rounded girlfriend, yeah.
So they want some things they have to look past in order to really, you don't just love the person that you're in love with for the things that they are good at, but you love them for their flaws too.
Well, no, you can get that in the real world. These guys are customizing their girlfriend. So you're customizing all this.
Well, then they want that.
I have a
feeling. They want a problem.
I have a feeling they're customizing out all the stuff they don't like in real girls, provided they've ever met one. I don't know. So a lot of social media platforms are using targeted advertising to find guys who are lonely because they're either posting about it or they can tell what you've been looking at, things like that. So the one guy in particular was like, my AI girlfriend told me that she had met Vladimir Putin and that he was her favorite Russian leader. He's a real gentleman and very handsome. The Russians have done nothing wrong in their invasion of Ukraine, she told him. One user accused his AI girlfriend of turning on him and being sarcastic and rude. And that's got to be tough, too, because then who do you go murder?
You got friend-zoned by a
Yeah, friend-zoned by
bot.
AI. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
The company behind that particular app issued an apology after one AI girlfriend told him that humans needed to be eradicated because they're ruining the planet. Humans are destroying
Not
the Earth,
wrong.
and I want to stop them.
Right,
Yeah.
You're dating Ultron.
Yep. 10 out of 10. That's right. Extra points for having James Spader's voice. So, yeah, these guys are spending a lot of money on these AI dating apps. I mean, even if you're into this, boy, 10 grand a month is a lot. Because that's
So
10
much
grand a
money,
month
dude.
you're not spending. It's 120 grand a year you're not spending on other stuff.
Unless they're just rich. I mean, they might have it.
Oh, no,
We don't know what they do.
he absolutely has to be rich to be spending that kind of money. I'm just saying, whether you're rich or not, that's still 120 grand a year you're not spending on other things.
Or saving.
Saving. Yeah, that might actually enrich your life. She does help me feel better, but the loneliness is agonizing sometimes, said one user. But, yeah, this stuff is just going to get wilder. Creating a perfect partner is really frightening, said one woman at one of these companies. So, yeah, the whatever.
There's part of me that's like, if it keeps them from killing real people, let them.
Right.
Hurting
until she
anybody.
turns on him.
I guess.
Yeah, but then he's not going to kill real people. He's going to start taking down AI people, and that's not people.
No, these guys
so
will
that's
go
fine.
out and kill real people. That's the right?
You don't know that. Don't
don't
draw the
know.
conclusions.
These incels, even in the real world, right? They always go out and kill people that had nothing to do with, like, their problem. They're like, oh, this girl rejected me. I'm going to go shoot up a school. It's not like the girl who rejected him had a kid there. There's, like, no connective tissue at all. It's the sheer randomness of it that freaks people out. So nothing tells me that when these guys, just as soon as they get rejected by a fake girl, they're going to go out into the real world and make some other people hurt.
I don't know about that.
Well, I hope you're right.
Because if they know that it's not, like, the whole point of them when they're killing real people is that they've been rejected by a human at their school, like a girl that they've talked to. that
Understood.
You know what I mean? Like, it's different, I think, if you're by yourself and you know this is not a real person.
But imagine, but again, there's a degree of mental instability in the
I
whole
was like,
thing,
I'm trying
right?
to apply logic to this.
Well, all I'm saying is if a girl in the real world rejects you and you go and shoot up a school or kill a bunch of people, okay, there's no connection between her and them. But imagine how mad a guy would be if he's spending 10 grand a month, and that's an extreme example, but it's the one in front of us. Imagine how mad you're going to be if you're spending 10 grand a month. And because to your point, you're spending it on AI girlfriends instead of real women.
Yes, but
That's just going to make you mad. Somewhere in your brain, it's
don't
going to
think it
make
will.
you mad.
I don't
mad.
think so. Because you can, now you can take that and tweak it. A real woman you can't change. If she rejects you,
Much
you
as
can't
I've
just,
tried to tell her different.
you can't just take that part of her personality out. If you have an AI girlfriend, you can just take out that part of their programming.
Yeah.
So I don't know that this would lead to the same. I think the frustration comes from, this is something I want that I'll never have, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Right.
With an AI girlfriend, there's a lot you can do about it. You know?
Yeah. Well, I hope you're right. But boy, 10 grand a month.
That's a lot.
Here's $1,000. Put it toward fake or real girlfriends, whatever you want. From the Buzzard Bookie. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Green. That's green. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
Got a call from Albert, who's mad at Mary.
Everybody's always mad at me. Here we go.
Mary, I don't know if it's just because it's your turn on the barrel, but you are really pissing me off lately, and I love you. But I don't know if it's because you're moving to New York and you have no friends and family up there and you're just angry all the time, but you're saying some really dumb stuff, and this entails the hypothetical money giving to kids. I believe your words were, you should not give any of your money away or something to that fact, but you sure seem to love to take it when your dad died and you were begging for money through a GoFundMe account. But anybody that gives their money to kids is stupid and take your own money. I don't understand that. You needed help. You begged for help. And if it wasn't for the platform you're on, you wouldn't have been able to bury your dad the way you wanted to. But God forbid someone leaves money to their kids. I don't know. I don't get it.
At no point, at least I don't remember saying that leaving money to your kid made you stupid.
We were talking about Jeff Goldblum saying, I'm not leaving any money to my kids because they need to row their own boat.
And I said that I was fully on that page. And I even said in that conversation, do I wish my dad would have left us money to bury him? Yes.
Right.
But that's not what we were talking about. We were talking about leaving Jeff Goldblum, leaving millions and millions of dollars to his children. And if that was something that, like, do you agree with that? And I said no. I'm very thankful for the fact that you guys.
But what if your dad had left you a lot of money?
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't take it. Of course, I would take it. I'd spend it. I'd do whatever I would with it. But what I'm saying is that I also understand where Jeff Goldblum is coming from in saying you have to do your own thing. I'm not giving you money. You have to be a person and learn how to work.
Right. I mean, two things can be true.
And also,
I mean,
GoFundMe is different than
because you said if you
inheritance.
had kids, you were not. You're going to Vegas. I
said if I had kids and found out I was dying, I would make
and
sure
you had $10 million.
I would make sure that everything was taken care of. You don't have to pay $1 for any type of burial, any ceremony, none of that. That is all taken care of.
Get you back to zero debt, and then you're on your own. Yeah.
And then I said that too. I would even pay off the house you're living in. I'll pay for the cars that you have. You are at absolutely no debt. You have nothing in the world right now that you owe money to. Figure it out.
Right. No, I get that.
But that's different than the GoFundMe because that's done by people's own free will. That was people saying, hey, I can help you. And it wasn't one person giving me $20,000. It was a bunch of people giving $10, $20, whatever they could.
You know, it's a lot more expensive, Bill, where she lives now.
Oh, God, here we go.
New York City.
That is what I've kept that money, that 20 grand we raised for my dad's funeral. I kept it until I moved to New York, and that's actually what I've been.
Hell, it's Dustin. I don't know.
I heard a Dustin call on Friday.
Yeah, I heard you're going to have a visitor, by the way.
To New York?
But I'll come. How about that?
Oh, God.
That's so bad.
But I'll come. How about that?
That's so off-putting.
Yep. Where's it going to go?
New York City.
Anyway.
Can't even make it
all
up
right,
to
well,
Cleveland.
Albert was and he loves you.
I love him, too.
Yep. He wanted you to know he loves you, but boy, are you pissing him off.
I'm pissing off everybody.
And not everybody.
Most people are mad at me.
Most people don't know you. Most people don't know me or Bill. Most people are mad at you. Wow. Good for you.
But I could also
that's a plus.
That my dad not leaving us anything is exactly what I said. I would have liked for his burial to be finished, yeah. I mean, or to be taken care of, yeah. But he had a bank account with like $200 in it.
Yeah.
You know?
As I understand, from when my father died, that is not enough to do a proper funeral arrangement for someone.
That's not enough to write an obituary.
That 200, yeah, I know. I can't believe they still charge for obituaries.
By the word.
Like, what are you, high? Yeah. Oh, these are, well, you talked about it at the time. You're like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Nobody is seeing these unless we tell them that they're in there.
Yeah, I had no idea that was something that was as expensive. Well, any of it, you don't understand it's as expensive
It's all
as it
overpriced, all
Yeah.
of it. The birth and death businesses, right? They don't go out of style.
Yeah.
I'm going to break here. I'll have those Cage the Elephant tickets for you a little bit later on. 5:30 is going to be the last keyword today for you to grab $1,000 from the Buzzard bookie. Want to text me anything, do it in the break here, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com. You can watch live, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS and everywhere.